Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mobile Weekly / Mobile Q&A. We go over all latest news that happened during the week of mobile and tech and answer your questions live. If you have a question, just ask in the comment section down below and I will answer it before the end of the show. Just realized the audio might be bad, so I wanted to make sure. No, okay, it looks like we're good. Just realized this was the last time since I did the gaming review. If you haven't checked out the gaming review where I wore the gaming headset, check that video out. But I did switch mics, so I wanted to make sure that we had no audio issues this time. All right, now that being said, we are live, and there has been an interesting leak. Now, this leak is from a patent that Samsung did, and then they did a 3D render around it. Now, the real interesting thing is this is about the Galaxy S11 and a major revamp to the actual design, which we haven't really had a major revamp to Samsung smartphones in terms of look and style really since the S8. The S8 was the new style, and then the S9 and S10 followed it for the most part in terms of the design. However, the S11 looks like it can be entirely different. So let's get to it. The big thing about this is a 360-degree curved phone. Essentially, it is curved all the way around on the front and on the back. You can kind of think of it as a Galaxy S3, which was the last real curved back we had, mixed in with the S7 front screen kind of thing. Like, you basically have a 360 curve, and I think this is kind of interesting because how would it feel to hold in the hand? But this really takes me back to the S3 backing, that big redesign that really kind of made Samsung on the map in comparison with Apple, when I think Apple was on the iPhone 4S at the time. And this is what it really reminds me of. It really reminds me of shades of the S3, which is kind of interesting because, you know, for a big refresh, this is what you'd want, right? You'd want something different. Now, the interesting is the cameras are here. And again, this is a concept because we don't know how the cameras will actually be once we get the final product. But it does show 2 cameras and a flash. So again, interesting concept. And then it shows really that the front could have the camera underneath the display, because you have a full screen on the front and then you have a front camera, but it's underneath the display itself along with the built-in fingerprint. So I think it's kind of interesting. I think it's a very different concept. I think it might feel good in the hand. I do like when phones have a bit of curve to them. It kind of feels good and solid. But what do you guys think about this? Now, again, these are from Samsung, the patents, and then these are the 3D renders of giving an idea of how it could look overall. And it's again very interesting. This does show the promise of a camera underneath the display. Whether Samsung will get to that or not by the S11 is still up for debate. I honestly don't think they'll get there by the S11. I think it's more likely going to be maybe a Note 12 thing or an S12 thing. But we would have to wait and see. Or sorry, a Note 11 thing or an S12 thing. But yeah, I'm very curious to hear what are your guys' thoughts. It's honestly, the display in the front looks like literally edge to edge now at this point, because of course you got rid of the camera, and the curvature of both sides is kind of a fine look to it. But yeah, I mean, you can see it from the sides, how this would kind of play out. Again, I'm very just curious. Let me know all your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. If this was the idea of the S11, would this be something you would be excited for? It's definitely different from any Samsung phone currently. And I think the curvature can allow for a thicker phone with a bigger battery without feeling like a thicker phone because of that curve in the hand. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you like this design? Is this something you're a fan of? And yeah, hopefully we'll have a headphone jack. We'll have to wait and see, but definitely curious about this kind of design. And I think it's good. I think it is time we have a redesign from Samsung in the S series. Again, we've been with the same basic design since the S8. Now, that's not a bad design by any means. I actually think it's a really good design. But I think every once in a while, we need a refresh. We need something different. We need something unique. And this might be it. So let me know what you guys think. All right, so let's talk about the news that happened. I think it was like Monday or Tuesday. When did this happen? June 12th. So this happened on June 12th. And yes, that was Wednesday. So we went over the Google leaks, Pixel leaks last week, and they kept going on and on. So Google did something very interesting, and everyone's talking about it. And that is that they basically were like, oh, you want to see what the phone looks like? Here it is. And this is the Pixel 4. The funniest thing will be if Google actually changes their mind from here to there and just redesigns it. But this is the back of the phone. So we get the top part of the back right here, and we get the bottom half of the back right here. I think the biggest thing about this is it is a redesign. It does not look like a two-tone phone on the back anymore. It looks like it's all glass on the back. So that is different from what Google has done before, where it's been glass on the bottom and metal at the top, little two-tone color. This looks like to get rid of that two-tone design. However, it does say, I will say that the actual aluminum around the side looks like it's a slightly different color. So then maybe what Google might do is say if you have a, like to do the panda look, you could have a black back but a white metal around it. I think that would be a really cool idea, to be honest. I like a different design all around, but we'll have to wait and see how it goes. Let's talk about the cameras though. So there are two cameras, a flash, and a sensor. That is what we have here. So two cameras, obvious, regular camera, wide angle camera. Every other phone has a wide angle camera now. Google has to fall in line. It's the one thing they cannot do with software. It's the best part about the Pixel, in my opinion, in terms of the front camera. I literally was at a wedding where my friend wanted me to do lots of selfies. I was like, you know what? I'm going to bring my Pixel 3 because it has a really good selfie taker and it's very wide. And he ended up, when the whole party, I was one of the best men, were together, he was taking a photo with his phone, and I'm like, dude, here, take my phone. And he took it with his, which again, he had a a Note 9. So again, really good front camera, but not wide angle. Gave him the Pixel. He was able to get the entire party behind him with him and his bride at the front, and it was a great shot. They're using it for a lot of their photos I see them posting, and it was with that phone. So I love the wide angle. It really does help in situations like that. Google did a really great job with the selfie, but it did annoy me when I had that phone, for instance, in Disney World with my family, and I was able to get a really good wide shot for us when I was doing a selfie with the family. Got all three of us in, no problem, but couldn't do it with the rear camera. So now Google's correcting this, and they're having a wide angle camera on the front, on the rear camera. They have a flash and they have a sensor. What the sensor is going to do, it could possibly, I don't understand how it could do better low light if it's a flood, but I think it's going to be a time of flight sensor, to be honest. And again, that'll just add for a better bokeh effect, possibly even allow for a bokeh effect when doing video, like it has on the S10 5G. So I'm very curious to see how it'll turn out, but overall, I think this is going to really do much better. And I really want the Pixel to even do better in hardware because, let's face it, yes, in camera software they are the best, but I have done tests where, say, the S10 camera with the Google Pixel camera is better than just the regular Pixel camera. And why? It's because the hardware on the S10 is better, has a lower aperture, has better overall quality, whereas Google has the better software. So it's really interesting to see how it'll all turn out, but I'm very excited for how the Pixel will do, and we'll have to wait to see what it can do. And very important to note, Google did not show the front of this phone because there's so much speculation on the front, which leads me to believe that Google has had the back ironed out, but they still don't have decided on the front. Now there's rumors on the front having still the not as bad, but a notch. There's rumors for a hole punch like the S10 Plus does. And there's also rumors the entire top will just have a bunch of different camera sensors for all different kind of things, including a face unlock style. So we'll have to wait and see how it really goes. But overall, excited to see what the Pixel comes out with. Note 10. No, we weren't going to go a week without talking about the Note 10. It's leak season for the Notes. So the Note 10, basically this is just showing extremely how thin the bezels are. The bezels are getting thinner and thinner on this phone specifically compared to the S10. So that's something that's definitely going to stand out. Thinner bezels could mean just, a more curve. We'll have to wait and see just how it turns out. But it will have a hole punch. This is an early prototype, so just know that it will have a hole punch when it actually comes out. Overall, very interested to see how it exactly goes. But yeah, very curious to see how the Note 10 plays. I really am worried, as if you watched our video last week, is it going to be a headphone jack or is it going to be an IR blaster? I will say that more cases have leaked since that are concepts, but it looks more and more like an IR blaster and not a headphone jack. Don't quote me on that. We haven't had an IR blaster since the S6, if I remember correctly, but definitely something that if it takes off the headphone jack, we will have to do a video just on that alone. All right, now on the Galaxy Fold, we have two updates with the Galaxy Fold. First, AT&T has officially issued their returns. Best Buy did this before. AT&T is now issuing theirs. They are issuing a $100 promo card for people that did pre-order the Galaxy Fold. Those are now being canceled, so no Galaxy Fold pre-orders are really left for the most part. I think maybe T-Mobile might have some, but I mean, the Galaxy Fold pre-orders are pretty much all done now. So, that being said, they have been returned. And now, article claims from inside people at Samsung that that it will not be coming out next month. That they haven't seen anything to say to the contrary. There is nothing to confirm that it will be next month. So they're just still working on it. They're still basically, if we are running such a media event this month, we should be doing something by now. Nothing has progressed since the April delay. So as of right now, the Galaxy Fold is not coming out in July, which leads me to believe that I was right and that it will be re-released with the Note 10. And again, that is what I said Samsung should have done from the beginning. Samsung should definitely just re-release it with the Note 10. It gives them enough time. It gives them a good time to do it. Get it done right. Do it right. And then, you don't even have to, you could just re-release the pre-orders with the Note 10 and then push the phone back to like December or November. I think that actually might be good. Get it right. Get it to the reviewers that you sent it out to. Get it to the reviewers you didn't send it out to. And then, you can actually get some good feedback and more likely get some better positivity. Make sure you do the improvements that I recommended, Samsung, and you'll sell a lot more. All right, then finally we get the last bit, and that is a report is claiming. Now, we'll have to take this with a grain of salt. A report claims that T-Mobile and Sprint merger will receive DOJ approval by next week. I think that is very unlikely because there are some people that have definitely come out against it, which they're idiots. And again, if you want to see my whole spiel, I did a whole spiel on it, I think 2 weeks ago, when people were asking me, oh, what do you think about this T-Mobile Sprint merger? It's always bad because then you're going to take it from 4 carriers to 3 carriers. First of all, it was going to always be 3 carriers. If you don't think Sprint is going out of business, you have not been paying attention. SoftBank is done with them. They're done with them. They want out. The company that owns the majority share of Sprint does no longer want to have anything to do with Sprint. They have their own issues. They have their own things going. Sprint is not going to last. Even with the money they would get from the cancellation of this merger, their network, the spectrum they bought for 5G, is not sustainable without the spectrum that T-Mobile bought for 5G. Sprint will go away. So, that being said, however, Boost will be up for sale. If a company like Amazon were to buy Boost, you would then have your 4th carrier. And it would be a lot better because Amazon has the money and the resources that Sprint could only dream of having. So it is going to be better if the merger happens for consumers, period. Because guess what? How much worse would it be if T-Mobile didn't get Sprint? Sprint ended up going out of business within 5 years, because that's probably what would happen. And then, well, look at that. You have now a duopoly, and then T-Mobile can't challenge them because they couldn't buy the company that would have allowed them to challenge them. That is the problem that you see in front of you, and that is why the merger should go through, because we want competition. We want more competition, and keeping Sprint as a fourth carrier, a dying fourth carrier, will not allow competition to flourish. We want competition. I want competition. I want lower prices. I still have grandfathered in at T-Mobile the $100 for 4 lines. There has not been something like that for a little while now. Sprint had one, I think, last year or 2 years ago that was similar to it. But that's what we want. We want prices like that to really be long-lasting. And yes, that's why I haven't got the free Netflix from T-Mobile. That's why I haven't done T-Mobile One, because I am paying way less than I would be if I upgraded to the new plan. Those kind of things are brought by innovation. That was when T-Mobile was really scrapping to get all of their customers, was really getting everything from Verizon and AT&T, and they made everyone switch to paying off a phone instead of a 2-year contract. So if we can get a fourth player like that from Amazon or another company that would buy Boost and really do something with it, and would be obligated to be able to use T-Mobile and Sprint Spectrum for the next 2 years before they have to do anything on their own, that's competition. That's what I want to see, and I hope this happens. I really, really do. But we'll have to wait and see if the merger will go through. All right, now let's get to your comments. Ask them in the comment section down below, and I will answer them before the end of the show. Okay. Let's get to this. Yep, sounds good. What up, Mr. Ricky? Hey, sir, how you doing? Happy Father's Day, Ricky. Happy Father's Day. Thank you guys so much for that. I really appreciate that. It was really a great Father's Day. Had my daughter, give me really nice, things of like a wallet and all this kind of stuff that she made in class. And, our son's on the way too now, so it was really a great time. I really felt special. My wife gave me these amazing shirts with Darth Vader as a father kind of thing, and it had a little onesie for the baby saying, "I'm a Jedi," and oh my God, I could, we could leave the hospital like that, like the baby with the Jedi thing, and me with my Darth Vader shirt, "I'm your father." That's really nice. Happy Father's Day to all Mobile Weekly viewers and our lovely tech host. Thank you so much. No more curves, damn it. I want flat. So not everyone's going to be a fan of the Curve S11 if that is what we really get. Hey, Ricky, what's good? What's a good antivirus for the S10 Plus? Now, as you guys know, I literally have one of my most popular videos on the channel is why you don't need antivirus on Android. I'm not a fan of it. Basically, I would just recommend getting like an anti-malware thing, or sorry, not an anti-malware, anti-adware thing. Because most of the times you think it's a virus, it's actually just adware, which means you're getting pop-ups, and that you just need a detector to tell you which one is giving you the pop-ups, and then once you get rid of it, that's it. But a good antivirus, I mean, there's still all the main players out there. Norton, McAfee. I don't really like AVG. I know a lot of people have recommended them in years past, but I just don't like them. I remember doing side-by-side scannings on Windows with AVG, and it's saying it found stuff, right? And like half of the stuff was BS, or half of the stuff just wasn't right. And then I would scan with like Norton or whatever, And like I used to do all these tests and all this kind of stuff, and I'm not a fan of AVG. I know a lot of people like it, but I'm just not a fan. So yeah, Norton McAfee are still your best bet. There are lots of other ones out there for Android only. I haven't researched that many of them, but yeah, I would just say you're better off getting an adware blocker or an adware finder to find out which apps are doing the adware, so it's popping up on your entire screen. Or just make sure you always have a VPN. VPNs are a lot better off, I would say, though. And I think Proton VPN is the current one I have installed. Happy Father's Day. The 360 has already been confirmed as not happening for the S11. Who said it's not happening for it? Because I will tell you right now, the 360 design, if it is happening, Samsung doesn't know it yet. And I mean that. Samsung will not know what their S11 is going to look like till about October. October, November, that's when they pick the design, and then they move from there. Think S11 as a used bar of soap. Nailed it. Yes. I always love references like that, like all the references we come up with for like technology. Ricky, do you think the magnet cases for the Note 9 affect the phone anyway? Magnetic case with magnets around the edge of the case to make the case close. Do you think magnets affect the phone? So if they're wrapped around the phone, that could be damaging to the antennas. Your antennas are around your phone, so the antennas for the phone are right here. For the S10, right here, these little lines are the antennas. So if it's wrapped around this, then yes, it can have a negative effect for your reception or your internet speed. But that is the main thing I would say. Looks like a OnePlus 7 Pro. I would say the OnePlus doesn't really have too much of a curve back as much as this phone looks like it will have. But yeah, definitely has the curve on the front more so. But the curve on the back is really just a flat with a curve on the side. Like, it doesn't really have a curve back, I would say. But yeah, I mean, I love the OnePlus 7 Pro. Really getting used to this case too by UAG. So we'll be doing a review on the best cases for the OnePlus 7 Pro soon. Happy Father's Day, guys. Make sure you leave Ricky a like. Yeah, so I will let you guys know that likes apparently have gotten an upgrade on YouTube. So giving likes to your favorite YouTubers actually really helps them more now, according to the new algorithm changes they've made. And I'll tell you that it's a big deal right now because, like, I don't know about every YouTuber, but my income has definitely gone down over the past 2 months. And I mean, I know I posted like a month ago, but honestly, like it's like even getting the same views, it's definitely gone down. So yeah, likes really help out. So if you do like any of the recent videos, or even if you just want to help out the channel, go back to some of the videos and give thumbs up. It really does help out the channel more than ever now, I would say. So definitely give a thumbs up. It definitely helps out. Can you please review the Asus Zenfone 6? I actually did reach out to Asus, have yet to hear back from them. I'll see again, but yeah, I tried to reach out to Asus. I had a friend reach out to them as well. Have not been able to get a hold of it. Sorry. Let's see. I'm liking the new Note 10 models, more squared look. Yeah, it is more squared look, so that's kind of interesting if it goes opposite, right? I'm done with buying cell phones. I'm keeping my boring XS Max. Stuff getting expensive. I'm still watching your channel, the latest news. Oh yeah, say This is Ricky, the Android guy. That doesn't even sound right anymore. Back in the day, um, like the old Pebble phone. Yeah, that is true actually. Um, a- Apple may have started bringing iMessage to Android. iOS 13 getting reply prompt when texting iOS to Android. I don't know. I would never get my hopes up on that. Plus, Apple would be silly too, to be honest. Whoa, we got two super chats. Thank you guys. R. Ross85, happy Father's Day to RSCKY, the family guy. Really? I'm the family guy after all this time? I'll better get some commission checks from Peter Griffin. Happy Father's Day, brought to you by the best app, 51st Date Questions. Thank you so much, MFX. I guess this is the time where I have to plug it since someone reminded me about our app. If you want to support the channel or just have a really fun date night, download our app. I plug it every once a week. 51st Date Questions. It is an awesome app, especially for a date. Basically, 51st Date Questions. You play it with with another person. You ask them questions. You find out things about each other you probably never did. It's great for a date. I definitely recommend it. You will have fun. So far, everyone that has used it on a date and talked to me about it said they had an awesome time, and they definitely found out stuff that they either forgot about or just never knew. So yeah, really good and definitely great for a first date. Highly recommended. Hey, that's how I got my wife. All right, let's see. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just loaded. Everybody drink. Let me try to find where we were. Old Pebble. Oh, yeah. Hi, Ricky. Have you heard anything about the Note 9 antenna having major issues? When I clean the cache, reset my partition, it works a little better. Seems like a software, hardware issue. Any thoughts? I have not heard about that, but if it is software, there's only so much you can do. I would recommend to, contact Samsung through the Samsung Plus app on your phone and have them do a diagnostic to make sure it's no hardware issues. But the sooner you bring those kind of things to their attention, the sooner they can get a patch and fix it. Samsung needs to push software, make an ecosystem all of their devices, kitchen, TVs, messages. I mean, they kind of have that with smart things. I mean, I know a lot of people don't use it, but if you actually use swipe down right here, this smart things section does connect their TVs, their appliances, whether it be a fridge, whether it be a stove, whether it be a dishwasher, whether it be any of that stuff. All that stuff connects with that app. So they do have a lot of things to connect, but I would just say not as many people use it. I would say they should have their own text message solution, though, for a computer. I mean, you think about it, Google has one with their text messaging app, and Windows has one. So I should be able to, with a Samsung smartphone, text message on a computer using their service and their text message app. I can't do that, and that's one of the reasons why I don't use Samsung's text messaging app anymore. I use Android messages, simply because I can text from my computer. I still would like the headphone jack or Bluetooth earbuds included that connects fast, as awesome battery life, 1-2 days plus worth, or at least 12 to 20 hours, with great bass and happy sound. Well, you just want everything, don't you? No, I mean, I do not see the day when Galaxy Buds or any headphones, wireless headphones, are included. I'm sorry. In a corporate system like what we have, I don't see them included. Yes, you could say, like, for reviewers, we got the Bullets wireless with OnePlus included. With the Galaxy Fold, you are gonna get Galaxy Buds for free, but that is, you're talking about over 1,500 for something like that. So it definitely is something that is rare and far between, and I don't think we're gonna get it that often. Whoa, we got another super chat. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for what you do, Ricky. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for super chats. I really appreciate it. I always do. And it's just, I worked. I literally had breakfast with my family, got to work, and then ate and did this video. So I always see this as a fun thing to do, to just talk with you guys and have a great time. So thank you guys always so much for always making the chat really good. Let's see. Let's get back to those questions. Bring back the flip phone. So most people don't know this, but in China, Samsung and Korea, Samsung has a W series. And the W series is a really cool, like, let me see. Samsung Galaxy W. 2000, would it be 2019 or 2018? Yeah, 2019. So let me show you guys this, just so you guys can see it. So this came out again in what, November of 2018. So this is an Android flip phone, a high-end Android flip phone. This had the Snapdragon 845, 6 gigs of RAM. It had all this crazy stuff. Thank you OnePlus for that advertisement. But it had all these crazy things, and it's a legit phone. It also cost over $2,000, but very popular for people that want a flip phone. If you want a high-end flip phone, Samsung does make them in China. We just can never get them in the US, but they do exist. It's very expensive. But yeah, I would really want to see like Samsung or a company like them, like, you know, give us a Snapdragon 626, you know, all this kind of stuff. But I think there is a market for a flip phone on Android, with, you know, not the highest end specs like this. Like this literally has the same camera as the Note 9 did. So it's a very high-end device. But yeah, I would just be so curious. Would you buy an Android flip phone if it was like $500 and had like Snapdragon 626, had 4 gigs to 6 gigs of RAM, had a 3000 milliamp battery? Would you buy it? Would you consider it? I think if you don't text message a lot, it's definitely something I think a lot of people would consider. Let me know your guys' thoughts. And did you know that existed? Let me know that in the comment section too. Did you know that phone existed and that there are making high-end flip phones in different countries? How much would an entry-level Note 10 Pro cost? Love your videos. Happy Father's Day. Thank you so much. I think a Note 10 Pro, so not the Note 10, but the Note 10 Pro will be about $1,200. I think the Note 10 will come in at $1,000. If it comes in at $900, great, but I think it's still going to come in at $1,000. And I think the Note 10 Pro will probably be $1,100 to $1,200, but I think it's going to be $1,200 to be honest. We'll see, but yeah, hope Samsung lowers the price. The S11 phone and the Note should have new future look. We need a new look, question mark. I would say we do. I would say it's time for a little bit of an update in look. Does that have to be dramatic? No, but I think it's time for a new look. Hi from Saw Hill, Australia. Wow, thank you for watching from Australia. Enjoy your channel. Keep it up, Ricky. Thank you. Appreciate it. Your thoughts on no iris scanner on the Note 10? Now, here's the thing. I use Face Unlock on my S10 11. I'm not a fan. I think I've officially said that now. I'm really not the biggest fan of the S10's fingerprint. I think it takes too long. I think Samsung just should have went with the same technology that OnePlus uses, or sorry, not the one, yeah, OnePlus 7 Pro uses, and that other ones use. I think they should have went with the more proven technology, then try to do something more secure that has an advantage of not, when your hands are wet, it'll work still, but at the same time, it just takes too long. Hopefully the second generation on the Note 10 will be a lot better, but because of that, honestly, the main way I unlock my phone is with my face. Now, is it secure? No, it's not. It is not secure. But do I really need to be that secure? No. I really have a lock screen more so for the channel, and so I can always show off the lock screen and all that kind of stuff. I don't need a lock screen. My wife knows my password. It's 1234. It's not that difficult. So like, I don't need a lock screen on my phone. I just never have. It's not been me. But I will say I do like, and one of the reasons why I really want the fingerprint scanner to be better is because when I use my bank apps or PayPal or stuff like that, I like having just my fingerprint as so I don't have to enter in the entire password again. So I wish that would be better and better. But yeah. I would love a headphone jack and an IR blaster. When I am just being greedy. No, but yeah, we'll see. Isn't the iris scanner more secure than Samsung Face Scanner? Yes, much more secure. The iris scanner was way better in terms of security. And I would argue just as fast. But yeah. Just switched from an iPhone 6s to a 10 plus, 10 S10 Plus. Wow, congratulations. How does it feel? Is it a big change? I mean, obviously it's so different. Make sure you check out our S10 Plus videos because they'll definitely get you started, especially from a change from an iPhone. There's a lot of things that are different. Black screen, or am I tripping? What black screen? Can't see you, bro. Video's working here. I'm back looking good. Okay, I guess some people weren't getting the view. I don't want to pre-order the Fold this time without knowing the specs and features. I want Ricky's suggestions, all of them for sure. I would love to have the I would love to have the Galaxy Fold. I wish I could have tested the first gen out, but yeah, we'll see if I get it. T-Mobile will buy Sprint, sell Boost, or buy out Huawei. Oh, or T-Mobile will get Sprint, sell Boost, and buy out Huawei or Samsung. Oh, or Samsung will buy a Huawei? I don't know. I'm not sure what you meant by that, but yeah. Let's see. Is the Sprint merger doesn't go through, what will happen to the customers? So if it doesn't go through for Sprint, again, Sprint, when I say that Sprint will go out of business, I mean that I'm speculating it, okay? I'm not saying that I am a definite, like, oh, I foresee the future or anything like that BS. But for me, it's just looking at their technology. It's looking at SoftBank doesn't want anything to do with Sprint anymore. It's, they've been backpedaling on Sprint for a while, ever since they found out they really couldn't do what they wanted. And, the commercials didn't get the results they wanted. The plans that they were losing money on didn't get the results they wanted. Sprint is in bad shape. So what would happen to their customers? Well, that's assuming they go out of business, right? Because if they don't go out of business, then nothing happens to their customers, right? You're still the customers. You're still doing fine. Now, what happens if the deal goes through, if the merger goes through? Your plans are guaranteed for 2 years. Your plans cannot be changed. Your plans are guaranteed for 2 years. Whatever plan you had on Sprint will be guaranteed. They will go away from leasing. T-Mobile doesn't do leasing. So they will go away from that whole structure. And once your lease is up, you would then switch to a, buy your phone after paying it off kind of thing. How is Sprint's network going to be compatible with T-Mobile? Well, it's just as simple. A couple of years ago, the second biggest cell phone manufacturer in the U.S., Samsung, changed their phones. So from the S8 and onward, what happened was, it was originally on the Note 8, but it got updated. An update got pushed to the S8 to be this compatible too. That you can actually, on an unlocked phone, once it's unlocked with carriers, you can actually take a SIM card from T-Mobile, Sprint, Verizon, AT&T, put it in an S8, and it'll work. It'll even load their bloatware. And when you start up the phone, when you boot it up, it will have that image of T-Mobile, Verizon, or Sprint, regardless which phone it started off as. It will have that image on the boot up. So because of that, your two biggest players, iPhone and Samsung's, all the antennas work on both carriers perfectly. Now, those are on the high-end phones. The tricky part is with the lower end and mid-range ones. The phones that are not compatible with all bands for Sprint, basically all the lower tier phones that Sprint currently sells would get pushed out. They would get pushed out, and meaning that you would then have the T-Mobile lower tier phones. And eventually, they would get rid of all the lower tier spectrum that Sprint had, and it would go over to T-Mobile, or they would require, which would be more difficult to keep it at a lower price, every cell phone to be compatible with all bands, which that would be costly. So I don't know how well that would work. You have ones from Samsung like the J3 and J7, which are very inexpensive, like I think $150 to $200. So I don't know if it's worth it for them to put all the antenna bands compatibility in there, but that would be what would have to happen to make it compatible with both networks. Now, as for 5G, 5G is really widespread, and it is easier for easier for a manufacturer of a phone to have both of those different bands, because Sprint doesn't have any millimeter waves almost on any of theirs, and same with T-Mobile. They have some, but it's a long story about how that would work, but we would definitely get into that more if it would happen. Okay. Do you have a link to the iMessage details? I would like that. Yeah, I would like to see that too. Was that a Tech Guy shirt I saw? Yes, it was. Tech Guy 116. You can get it at the merch store down below. Should I do my update for new OS on the Note 9 yet? Or does it still have bugs? Well, we're just hearing about a bug that someone had with their Note 9 update, I think earlier, that I answered. So I would say yes, it does have some bugs depending on your luck. Hi Ricky, I'm fairly new fan. From all I've seen, you're calm, cool guy. Thank you, appreciate that. But your intro montage, there are clips of you holding a phone box and slamming it. What was that? What was this about? So I haven't done one for a little while, but that was from a tech rant. Tech rants are basically when I go on a rant and pissed off and just really upset about something that happened in tech. Some of the ones I can think off the top of my head was Snapchat on Android and why it's horrible, and why Snapchat is to blame, and why they're losing the battle against Instagram purely because they were lazy and didn't want to put in resources and money and time to fix their Android app. So yeah, things like that are yes, but normally I am calm, I'm more relaxed. But every once in a while you'll get a good tech rant from me, and that's what those are from. Happy Father's Day, Ricky. Ricky, the real tech guy. There you go. That's awesome. Got here late. Who will be the first phone maker to get rid of the charge port? No headphone jack, no charge port. Think of the IP rating. So good IP rating. Well, that has already happened, actually. It failed. Who was that? It was a company on Kickstarter. I forget if it was like Oppo or Nubia or one company did that. A portless phone. The only way you could charge it was wirelessly. And yeah, it didn't get its money. No one wanted to buy it. It was an overpriced phone, to be fair. But yes, someone tried that already, and it didn't do well. So it has happened. And the IP rating did not get any better, believe it or not. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions flooded. Everybody drink. Sorry, I thought I saw someone putting a bad message there, but got rid of it. All right. 89 views should equal 89 likes, not just 10 likes. Come on, people. Thank you, guys. If the S11 is all curves, what about wireless charging? Technically, all you need is wireless charging in the middle. So it could be curved right here and right here and still be flat in the middle, and you can have wireless charging just fine. So it's definitely doable. Uh, let's see. I hope they keep the headphone jack, the jack for the Note series, not really to let it go yet. Could deal with it next year. Yeah, I really I don't want them to get rid of the headphone jack. I really don't. I know some people don't care, but it's still something that a lot of people like, and I just yeah. Dang it, I want a headphone jack. Is the Droid Razr Max still a viable phone to use? I just found a new one in my closet. Probably not. So I mean, here's the thing. Very old phone. You can literally get $100 phone, and it's better than the Droid Razr Max. The Max might actually have a better battery than $100 phone, but in terms of software, in terms of security, in terms of a lot of things, yeah, the Droid Max would be outdated at this point. When did that phone come out? Well, like, I'm trying to remember if this is a 5-year old phone or further back. I do not know. So yeah, so let's see. When did that phone come out? I do not know when that phone came out. I might have someone try to distract me right now. At least, no, that's the original Droid Razor. So, um, October 27th, but I don't have a year. Um, yeah, not sure. Let's see. Sorry about that, guys. I'm turning red. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's see. But yeah, so that would be the. I do not know when that phone came out off the top of my head. It just says October 25th, but it doesn't say what year this was. 2015. So yeah, I mean, the main thing I would be afraid of is security updates. You haven't got security updates for a while. Not that the phone is bad, but it just can be vulnerable. So that's what I would just be cautious of. What's the difference between connecting between a phone mirroring and smart things? I have a Samsung TV and have trouble connecting from my phone to the TV. So you should use you should basically swipe down from the top and use Smart View. Smart View is the way you want to mirror your phone to another product. So that is the way you would want to do it for phone mirroring. Smart Things is a different way of more controlling, I would say, your TV than actually mirroring to it. So don't use Smart Things for mirroring your phone. It's not as good. The better way to do it would just be through what did I just call it? Smart View. Please do a video on how to send a super chat. The super chat, as far as I know, is if you look in the comment section, there should be something next to the smiley face that is a dollar bill logo. You click it, and then you can send a super chat. That's it. That's all. That's how to send it. Now, maybe if you don't see it, have you never entered in a credit card with Google? Because if you've never entered in a credit card with Google, Google has nothing to charge onto your account. So that might be why you don't have a super chat logo there. That is how you actually would need to. That's the only way they could take money from you, obviously, is if they have a credit card or debit card or bank on file to take from. Yeah, and some people are talking about it. Um, any comparison between the OnePlus 7 Pro and the Mi K20 Pro? I'm guessing Mi K is going to be a Redmi. I don't review Xiaomi phones, unfortunately, just because I don't get them. I've requested Xiaomi to send us. Xiaomi sent me all the way to New York, had a great time at their event, had an awesome time, but they just haven't sent me phones. And I told them, I'm like, guys, I want to review your products, but unfortunately, they just don't send it to people in the U.S., really. They keep it more for their international people. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions loaded. Everybody drink. Are we on 3 right now? Maybe as secondary. I didn't know that, so some people didn't know about the flip phone. Yes, I would buy a flip phone. Um, no pull down for the fingerprint scanners. Happy Father's Day. Thank you very much. I tried to find your video on how to make a selfie camera on the S10, not take your picture in reverse, but I couldn't find it. Can you please give me a quick tip on how to do it? Sure. So you open up your S10, launch your camera. Boom. Hey, look. That's actually pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. So yeah, you have that. You go into settings, and then you go to save options, and then right here, selfie shape, or yeah, no wait, selfie shape correction? No, sorry, pictures as previewed. Click pictures as previewed, and then it will flip it. There you go. Let's see. Love your channel, Ricky. Question: I found a brand new Motorola Droid in my closet. Never activated. Is it still a viable phone today? Answer that question, Judy. Again, my thing would just be it hasn't. It Razer stopped supporting that, or Moto stopped supporting that a long time ago. That phone was actually before, I believe, Lenovo bought Motorola out. I think that was still when Google owned Motorola, or maybe that was even before. But it's been a long time since that, so like it's just not supported anymore. Oh, how was the movie you went to see with the YouTube tech girl? I went to go see what with her. What was the kids movie that just came out? It was after Aladdin. Oh, Secret Life of Pets 2. It was cute. It was a cute kids movie. I mean, nothing special, I would say, but it was good. I actually really liked. Yesterday, I saw Men in Black International. I really liked it. I think the chemistry between those two was really great. Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth. I thought it was. I thought it was really good. I thought it was a really good successor, and I would be excited to see another movie with them, whether it be Men in Black or something else. I think they really play off of each other well. I loved Miss Thor and Valkyrie, and I think they're really good together. So I hope we get to see more movies with them. Um. Let's see. Oh, I got the S10 Plus for Father's Day with your battery and speed increase and make it feel like a beast. A million thanks for the video. Thank you, Salute. I am glad you got it for Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you, sir. And glad the videos helped out. Note 10 X50 versus X55 modem. X50 versus X55. Are you just talking about the new modems that they're putting on their smartphones? I'm not familiar with all of the new modems that are coming out because they're kind of doing it kind of quick, to be honest. But we'll have to wait and see when it actually comes out to see how it will be. Do you know how to transfer Google Music to Apple Music? I don't know if there's a way to do that, to be honest. I've never really used Apple Music, so that's why I don't know. But if Apple Music, like you can download every song you have from Google Music to your computer. So if you download it into a file, I'm sure Apple Music will let you import it, right? So I guess that would be the way. Download it all to your computer and then upload it to Apple Music. It's going to be a long process, but that is a way to do it. No link. You discovered it yourself. Really? Dang it, TFR, you always find good things. Now you're making me want to see if I can do the, what do you call it? Put the beta on there, but I can't put the beta on there because it won't sell as much. I'm probably going to sell the iPhone before the new. Well, I'm definitely going to sell the iPhone before the new iPhone comes out. So that'll probably be in like mid to late August, and I don't think they're going to release iOS 13 before then, so I can't do it. Hi, Ricky. Do you own a good 4K Blu-ray player? If so, which one do you have or recommend? To be honest, I do not. I do not own a 4K Blu-ray player. If I were to get one, though, I'd probably get the Xbox One S because it's not. I don't think it's going to be too much more expensive than a 4K Blu-ray player, and then you have an awesome multimedia center thing. So I would probably get that. Like, I'm just going to do a quick search, or let me bring up Amazon. Need one of my other browsers over here. Okay, here we go. Let me bring up Amazon and do a quick search. 4K, what? 4K Blu-ray player. So 167 to certified refurbished as low as 122. But most of them seem to be anywhere from $150 to $200. Now, Xbox One S. $215. Oh, that's a discontinued model. $225 for a bundled game. $221. And you can get them used for like $150. I'm wondering if you can get even a refurbished one. But yeah, so you can get, I would say for $50 more, you could definitely get Xbox One S, and it is a 4K UHD player. Kind of like the old days where the cheapest Blu-ray player was a PS2. That's the one I would probably go with. It's not necessarily cheaper, but you get a lot more bang for your buck, I would say. Yeah, keep the headphone jack. I use both wired and Bluetooth. Same here. Are you happy with Bixby button not on the Note 10? I think that'll be a great thing. Although I want a reprogrammable button, but to be fair, I don't use it that much on the LG G8, so maybe I wouldn't use it. Yeah, they need to keep the headphone jack. Some mobile games don't work well with Bluetooth headsets. PUBG hates the Galaxy Buds. There you go. If there's latency, that's a problem. Rigsby Magic phone powers. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. MIB. Get the questions in, peeps. End of the stream is near. That is true. We are about to end the stream. Will you get the new Marvel Avengers game? If you pre-ordered it now, you can play the beta early for PS4. Yes, I will get it, and I better pre-order it now because I still have the Best Buy discount. So Best Buy had this awesome program for gamers, and you got a discount for every game you bought. It was awesome. They are getting rid of it. They already have gotten rid of it. But since I paid it like right before it happened, I still have a full year. So it's going to end this year for me, but I'm trying to pre-order every game I can so that I can get the discount because I'm still getting like a $60 game. I'm paying like $45 for it. Like, it's awesome. So yeah, need to pre-order that soon. PS5 will be here soon enough. Yes, I cannot wait for the PS5. Consoles are the best Blu-ray players. Yeah. Yeah, still use my PS3 as a DVD player. There you go. Know what time it is? Stream warning alert. AKA don't get Ricky in trouble with the wife mad alert. Yes. I think I just heard Ricky's wife calling him. Alright guys, we will be calling that a show. Thank you guys always so much for watching. Again, if you get a second, just please get the like thumbs up. It is really helping out YouTubers now. The like actually makes a difference, which it didn't before. The like did not make a difference before, but now the like is really playing into YouTube's algorithm. So if you can't hit the like button, it really helps us out. I really appreciate it. If not, thank you guys just for watching. As always, I really appreciate it. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy, and here's the haircut that I really need right now. Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe up there. Make sure you follow us on social media right here. And of course, check out our latest video up there. And right down here, you're going to find the perfect video for you. Or at least that's what YouTube tells me. Thanks again.